With the eyes of the world watching, it's time for the biggest event of the year as we're proud to welcome you to the Super Bowl. Tonight, with a hallowed Lombardi trophy in the building, it's a battle to raise it at midfield between the Denver Broncos and the Seattle Seahawks. Kate Scott and Brock Heward, happy to have you with us. And this an unusual spot to be, Brock. Both teams here, they have fought and earned their way to this one. Yet this still looks like could be one of the more lopsided Super Bowl matchups that we have seen in our time in the NFL.
It looks that way on paper, but we know. We've watched it through the centuries. Right? We know that upsets happen in this moment. Broadway Joe's guarantee and the Jets win. It's just the third Super Bowl. David Tyree's helmet catch is those Giants shock the Patriots in the lesser known Tom Brady. Yeah, they too got past the greatest show on turf. This moment, underdogs emerge.
A tradition started back in 1967 has now reached its diamond anniversary. And off we go in Super Bowl 60. And this drive will start inside the 25. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. And leading them out, a former Auburn quarterback who entered the league in 2019, Jarrett Stidham.
Well, here he is, Kate, in the role that I and so many other quarterbacks dreamed of being in during our careers, leading the AFC champions out on a Super Bowl Sunday. The journey, well, it's only become more difficult every step along the way, from the regular season through each run of the playoffs. And it's prepared him for the moment he's walking in right now. Kate, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice that both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope you have just a little space to operate. That play action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
This is Sutton working the right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. And he's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's second down.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Working from the gun, here's Stidham. This is Ingram working the left side. And this one only manages a yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be third down.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They'll give up the middle to Harvey. And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
All right, here comes Jeremy Crawshaw for the punt. It's 4th down. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. And this one skips out of bounds and will be marked inside the 30. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. And bringing them out, one of the NFL's best stories as of late, a former 3rd overall pick, Brock, who has revitalized his NFL career, Sam Darnold.
Kate, this is one of those moments that I so wish we had those thought bubbles, that we could see and hear every thought going through his mind as he runs on the field on this Super Bowl Sunday. I'm sure there's some anxiety. I'm sure there's a little bit of nervousness, but I know when that ball gets snapped in his hands, this guy is ready for this moment because he's proved it all season long.
2nd and 10, still at the 28. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Finds the football outside. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this third down.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
6 defensive backs out there. Broncos going dime here on third down. And they'll throw third and long. This is brought in. Big gain for Smith-Njigba. He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Now Darnold off the play action. Right side, Shaheed's got it. And this is only going to be a small gain to the 42. Last season's Defensive Player of the Year, Pat Surtain, hauling him to the ground.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And that tackle came at the last moment to save the first, didn't it? That sets up 3rd and short from the 37.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
QB sneak coming. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2.
It's about the simplest play in the playbook, and they execute it like it was drawn up. That push gets them the first down.
They just keep working it forward early. We've got 1st and 10 now from the 35. Play fake, Darnold. And down he goes. The Bronco defense gets there. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Oftentimes, these early exchanges are just a feeling-out process for rushers and blockers. But they can also set the tone for the battles the rest of the game. And that defender, you know, with an early win, he's feeling really good about himself.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Here's Darnold. They read that screen perfectly. Interception! And the Broncos get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. Caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
Here's Harvey running from the zone read. That's a Super Bowl caliber stop right there as they finish that play off behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
From the shotgun, it's Stidham. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
A gain of 15. And a Broncos first down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
They've got first down here from the 36. Throwing Stidham. Finds Troutman. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
2nd and 3 now. Off the play action, Stidham. Finds him on the crossing route. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown. So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So a nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Seahawks, nothing.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away.
For the Broncos.
Here's Derink Young to return this. He's brought down just inside the 25. The Seahawks taking the field for their second possession. And it was a situation they prepared for, no doubt, Brock, but hopes that they wouldn't see. They're down early in the biggest game of the year.
Hey, listen, nobody said winning championships was easy. This is an early test of whether they've got the resiliency to win it all. And we know this. When that final second ticks off, most Super Bowl champions, they've been the most resilient players, too.
Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. From the gun, Darnold. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. It's like you always say, right back to work for him, getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game, and you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
Walker on first down. Get some space around midfield. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Donald with a quick pass out wide. Not a lot available to him. It's to the 38. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now. They need 7. They'll give up the gut to Walker. And he's not going to get the first. He made it real close, though, didn't he, Bronk? It's a gain of 5, 3rd down coming up.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win, too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Caught by his fullback behind the line. And he will not get them to that marker. Heck, all he can do is get back to the line. 4th down.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. That route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
Jason Myers out there now to try and field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. Ball spotted on the left hash, 49 yards out.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Here's R.J. Harvey on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Broncos running their offense out once again. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, gotta expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes. There's corners in this league that really love to cover. There's corners in this league that really love to hit. Corners that can do both, those are the guys that make themselves some serious money.
Rod lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Here's Stidham to throw. And he'll set up the screen here. It's Harvey. Well, this certainly makes the 3rd down easier. Nearly avoided it altogether. Gain of 10 right up near that marker now.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Stidham on the sneak. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage.
You know, it sure looked like defense had done enough to hold them on that play. But credit that 1st down to a good initial effort and 2nd effort to keep fighting to go get that extra yard needed.
All set to go now from the 35. So Super Bowl 60, a quarter of the way done. 7-3 is our score. More from Santa Clara coming up. Enough waiting, we're back, and it's time to resume play here in Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara. 1st and 10, it's Stidham. Dumps it off to his running back. And he has it right near midfield here. It's like about a yard short. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Stidham now, 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver.
And the Broncos 1st down.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. On the draw to give to Harvey. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down. So 1st time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it, right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball, and they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
On 3rd down, Stidham. Throwing this one back at the end zone. That finds him deep down the sideline. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Broncos now lead by 10. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos drive their lead to 11.
14, Seahawks 3. Will Lutz.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Young on the return. Good work so far. He's got room. A field flipping effort there as he's brought down on the opposite side of the 50. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Now Darnold. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. And that brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
A throw right side finds Cup. And he goes out of bounds as everyone turns to hear from our referee. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
Still 2nd down.
So things getting a bit tougher following that penalty. We've got 2nd and 15. Here's Darnold to throw. It's caught, Barner. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory.
A.J. Barner. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. They'll air it out on 3rd. Throw left side, caught by Smith and Jigba. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
Seahawks, 1st down.
You know, they call the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Flushed out now to his left. And his slide puts a bow on this play after a gain of about 6.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Man in motion here. This is Walker on 2nd. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stop just a little bit shy of the marker.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Staying with Walker. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have 4th down coming up.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Jason Myers out there now to try and field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. It's from the right hash, 46 yards. Myers' kick is good. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. On the return, here's Mims. And this drive will start inside the 25. Denver ready for another offensive possession. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. First play of the drive. Here's Harvey. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
First down now, ball at the 33. Staying on the ground here with Harvey. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. To the air with Stidham. Got a man, it's Marvin Mims. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Broncos.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. Stidham off the play action. We'll check this one down. Complete to the fullback. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Shotgun handoff to Harvey. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
They've got first down here from the 36. Working from the gun, here's Stidham. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range.
Well, every once in a while, you understand a play that loses a yard or two. But losing that much on a completion, there is some kind of malfunction with the offense. They'd have been better off abandoning that play. Heck, you might as well punt it.
Offense to the line, 2nd down. Takes the handoff, now to throw. And he's not going to escape. The Seahawks brought the pressure, and they got him. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher, and I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
Not an enviable spot as they come up 3rd and long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Will finds his back, Harvey. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Jeremy Crawshaw out once again, punted away. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. And they were giving him no chance to return this one. It soars over the sideline deep in enemy territory. Looks like right around the 8. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. And last drive left them in a little bit of limbo, Brock. They were happy to leave with points, obviously, but not happy that they had to settle for a field goal instead of a touchdown.
Coaches love to say on offense, let every drive end in a kick. The bronze medal's a punt, silver medal's a field goal, and now they're going to be striving for that PAT, the gold medal.
A 6-yard pickup.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally. But really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
Finds his fullback. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's always nice to see teams still employ a fullback. I love rewarding the big guy with some touches during a game. They earned those looks. That was a well-run route, and he showed some soft hands to bring it in.
So 2 minutes still to play in this first half, partner. More from Super Bowl 60 and Santa Clara in just a moment. They'll come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Gets him on the in route. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from first down to first down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
New set of downs from 37. Going on first, here's Darnold. Hits him on the out route. And they had somebody there for that quick stop, but a nice completion gets him across midfield. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're 1st and 3. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first.
49-yard line.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. And again, it's Darnold. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. So 20 yards on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
First down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Play fake, Darnold. Right side, Shaheed's got it. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Now Seattle going to call it second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
24-yard line.
Five still to go here. This is second down. From the gun, Darnold. He keeps it and takes off. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 6.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Second and 6 coming up here. To throw, here's Darnold. This one's caught. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
It's a gain
Give
of
him 8 yards on the play. And now they have a 1st and goal. So that is 2 quarters in the books here in Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara. Now over to Scott Hansen with our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks for that update, Scott. Welcome back, everyone, for the 3rd quarter. Got a 1-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. Final halftime adjustments of the season are out of the way. It's time to put them into action here. Quarter 3 of the Super Bowl is underway. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Seahawks start headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Singleton on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
Now Darnold off the play action. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up 3rd down.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? They kick the running back in motion. Throwing is Darnold on 3rd down. That one gonna go against the D.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they make the stop, but they do it with some illegal aid. The referees say there was interference that time.
And this is why it is so hard to stop these offenses. It's hard enough to cover, right, obviously, without being penalized, but then you get a little bump, you get a little push, and now you get a 3rd down conversion via penalty.
Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Darnold looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
This is a tough spot to be in. It's 3rd and very long. 3rd and long for him here. Dumped off to his running back. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
You know, Kate, that's exactly what that coverage was meant for. Make the quarterback throw it short, go up and rally, and get yourself off the field.
4th down punt from the Seahawks, and that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. The fair catch taken in at the 28-yard line. Denver set to take the field on offense. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
Here's the option give to Harvey. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play action, Stidham. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this 2nd half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
Catch is made down the right sideline. And they've got to him just a step or 2 before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Hey, let's get those next-gen stats out here, Kate. See just how far he had to run between the snap of the football and when he finally got the throw. Did a beautiful job of settling down into zone coverage even though it took him a whole lot of distance to get there.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Taken down.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Harvey once more. And his fight good enough to gain about 4. It's 3rd down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap now to Stidham. He's got Sutton complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 7. First down, Broncos.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Give to Harvey here from the pistol. And he'll only get this to the 26 before going down. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. It's Harvey straight ahead. And they are going to have to face a 3rd down here, but only need a yard at most as this play picks up 7.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. He'll try to do it himself. And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
Come on, Kate. Put me in. One play, one time. I may have retired back in 04, but I could pick up a couple inches on that sneak. Astounding that call did not turn into a 1st down. Come on, boys.
Quite the brave call they're making in this situation, Brock. They're going for it on 4th. Going for it with Harvey. And this run's overwhelmed. They drive him backwards and off the field with this turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, it's almost like the defense was in the offensive huddle before the play. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run. And the reward is they get off the field.
The Seahawks offense ready to get going once again. And there is room for improvement from that previous drive. Stalled out, necessitated a call to that punt team.
Yeah, and in these situations, I always love reminding the offense that first down. Just move the chains the first time to get yourself in the rhythm, because you don't want to see that punter anytime soon.
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. That's 16 on the pickup. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
For a Seahawks first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
1st and 10, Darnold finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
To A.J. Barner. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They're going play action. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Darnold now to throw. Barner with the grab. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
14 yards. And the Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So second down coming up. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up third down.
It is phenomenally tough to block this guy in a passing situation. Well, equally as tough to block him out there on the edge. He chased that toss down, and I don't envy these guys trying to block that monster today.
This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12. Now an inside give to Walker. Wow, not a chance at all as he is met at the line on this one. That's going to be 4th and very long.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Seahawks bring it out the punt team. Michael Dixon will kick it away. So here comes the Bronco offense. They liked how that drive was going, but the ending, the turnover on downs, yeah, that's something they'll try to rewrite on this series. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. Giving this to Harvey. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Stidham now to throw. Seahawks swarming him, and down he goes. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends him backwards ahead of 3rd down.
I got a sense, Kate. He went to bed last night dreaming, can I get a sack? Can I find a way to get to the quarterback? Well, he didn't do it just once. He's now done it twice.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. He has the first over the middle. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. 1st and 10, it's Stidham. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. It's 3 sacks for the game so far, brings up 2nd down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up. From the shotgun, it's Stidham. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
Hard to believe, but just 1 quarter left in our season. We're through 3 in Super Bowl 60. It's Broncos football as they try to close out what would be a 4th title. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Caught deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Seahawks pick it up. Not much added after the recovery, partner, so that is where they'll take possession from the fumble.
Hey, a normal old stop on 3rd down just wasn't good enough for this crew. Nope, they had to rip the ball away from them literally in an impressive and dominant play that sets their offense up for success.
The Seahawk offense taking the field now. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Now Walker. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Pickup of 3 brings up 2nd and 7 at the Broncos' 24-yard line.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Here's a design run. Caught behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up.
Send a pretty clear message to the QB right there on that one. No one fooled for a second as they create the tackle for loss.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. To the air on 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Intended target there was Jackson Smith-Njigba. So that brings up 4th and long.
It's 4th down.
Man, that was a chain mover if you would have held on, Brock, but the contact just too much to do so.
Yeah, he's going to be disappointed in himself because you've got to make these contested catches, but I do give a lot of credit. An outstanding effort defensively to force that ball out.
Kicked well, and this is good! And that brings things a little closer here late.
Such a perfect example of a kicker just doing his job. And now, well, now it's incumbent upon that defense to give him and their offense another shot.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. On the return, here's Mims. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Broncos offense all set to go. And their defense held up after that fumble. Only gave up 3, so time for this offense to make it up to them. Get some points of their own. They give up the middle to Harvey. And there's a sign of life from the ground game. He's full with a nice pickup. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
While that run may not have moved the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. On the handoff, here's Harvey. And this is going backwards. The defense all over that draw, and they're going to lose yards. 3rd down coming up. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
To the air with Stidham. Who finds his back, Harvey. And they don't get much out of this pass. He's hauled down a little shy of that first. It's 4th down now.
A gain of 3 yards.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
They'll send out the punting unit. Jeremy Crawshaw, the one who's going to send this away. Pulled in at the 20. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Seahawks offense running out now. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a whopper run. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. On with a quick pass out wide. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. They'll air it out on 3rd. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Incomplete.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference, and that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
Punting unit out now. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. The Broncos running their offense out once again.
At their own 33-yard line.
1st down now, ball at the 33. No run. This is Harvey. Escapes the defender. A pickup of 17. And that's good for a Broncos 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And a Broncos 1st down.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
One play in, Brock, and his drive is already into enemy territory. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
2nd and 9.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Design bootleg here. This is Ingram looking the left side. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory.
To number 1, Evan Ingram. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. They'll throw 3rd and long. Gets it downfield on target to Sutton. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it's going to be 1st down Denver. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Stidham now, 1st and 10. Looking slant route, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Seahawks 19-yard line.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Harvey on the carry. And he's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
3rd down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive. Throwing Stidham. Now set up the screen here. It's Harvey. And he hits a wall at the line and goes nowhere.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the 1st, and apparently Little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Here comes Will Lutz, a lot riding on this field goal try. From 37 yards in the right hash. Tracking for it, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the fourth quarter when it really matters.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Shaheed now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field.
At their own 28-yard line.
Offense showing trips outright as they get set for this 1st and 10. Throwing here, Darnold. Here's a screen now for Walker. Still working past the 40. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on a screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen. It's Shaheed. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
You'll hear defensive coaches all the time really ask their players to pull the trigger. Read, react, diagnose, and when you see it, go fire away. And that's exactly what the defense does to take away that screen.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. From the gun, Darnold. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Running back sent in motion. And again, it's Darnold. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Darnold out to play action. This is brought in. Big gain for Smith-Njigba. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that gives the Seahawks the 1st.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Completes it again to Smith-Njigba. Oh, he lost the football. Recovered by the Broncos.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
Denver ready for another offensive possession. And their last drive did end in points. So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. This is Walker on 2nd. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Seahawks down by only 2 in the 4th. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown! All right, So the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
They knew what they had to do. First the touchdown. Now a 2-point try to tie it.
The Seahawks will...
All right, they're going to throw for it. Oh, and he's got a man open. Complete! And he is hit well behind the line and goes down. They're not able to make much of anything on that 2-point attempt.
15.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. On the return, here's Mims. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Denver set to take the field on offense. Their lead cut down inside a field goal, so points imperative here to get some breathing room. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Harvey. And that's a key stop defensively, Brock. Gonna need more of those as they trail by a score. So rather than let the 2-minute warning hit, the defense burns the first of its timeouts. Hoping to head in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, here's Stidham. Has him on the quick hitter. And they don't get any help on this second down, Brock. He is out right along the line, so no gain.
He steps out of bounds.
It was as if the defense knew what play was coming. That was a play they knew they could defend, and boy, did they ever, stopping it right at the line of scrimmage.
This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. Looking to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Their punter making his way out now. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Space past the 35. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Hey, eventually, Kate, as a quarterback, you better be careful throwing check down after check down after check down. Eventually, that defense will catch on to it, and they'll make him pay and punish him there physically.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Back to throw. This is Cox. That's Cook. And he has this down to the 34. They get 23 on that one. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. And really, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. They kick the running back in motion. Here he is to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Now the Broncos take their third and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
You know, with some of these tight ends today, you could put 2 guys, heck, put 3 guys on them, and they still find a way to make those catches. With how they move at their size, they really are the ultimate matchup advantage.
The Broncos bringing out an extra DB on third down. They give up the gut to Walker. It's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a first and goal.
13 yards on the play. That's another Seahawks first down. First down and goal to go.
Right here, Kate, this is where I'd love to see a team go no huddle. You just ripped off a great run, a momentum-changing run. Now get back to the line and don't let that defense breathe.
Well, they've certainly got the field goal in their back pocket, but they're going to try for the touchdown first here and goal to go. Walker can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too.
It's a loss of
now Seattle going to call it second timeout.
And goal.
And they're still going to have one left at their disposal. Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, second and goal. He'll look to throw it. Jump off, caught by his back. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into third and goal.
Simply put, Kate, that's just job well done by the defense. You get a completion on second down and go backwards, that's some pretty superhuman effort and want to from this defense.
An important attempt coming up here for Jason Myers. So they call a timeout. So that is their final one, and with time left for maybe 2 plays, let's see what they do. Do they chance it, or do they just kick it now? An entire stadium of pressure now on Jason Myers. A very short kick here from the right hash. That one is good! And barring the unexpected, that's going to be your game winner.
And in his moment for glory, Kate, he came through, nailing a kick that should make him champions. I have a feeling we're going to see that one on NFL films for decades.
This one winds up as a touchback, so they're going to have one final snap to work with.
At their own 35-yard line.
First and 10, it's Stidham. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. And in their first appearance in over a decade, Brock, I know we're both excited about this one. The Seattle Seahawks, Super Bowl champions for a second time. This is what we all hope every year when we get to this point, Brock. We hope for the drama. We hope that the game lives up to the big stage that it was played on. Close at the end. Really just 1 or 2 moments in there that decided who was going to be the team waiting to receive the trophy.
Yeah, you just feel, don't you, Kate, that every single bit of that Lombardi trophy had to be earned here tonight. But not just tonight, not over these 60 minutes, It was every practice throughout the season, every tough battle they fought on Sundays from September to January, battle tested. It was all that work that made them capable of